Hello and welcome to Marketing Edge on TV, Nigerians' leading initiative in the business of brand management and in the management of brand business. It is a 30 minutes wholesome package that comprises brand news, branding focus, and industry conversation, all in a mix, encompassing thorough and in-depth aimed at promoting the brand idea. Amogali Abdikele.
Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the brand idea.
Good to have you back. First on Marketing Edge on TV's Brand News, where we bring you the latest developments around brands and in the field of marketing, advertising, and communication in Nigeria and around the world.
The Advertising Regulatory Council of Nigeria, ACON, says it will sanction popular skit maker Adebowale Adedayo, popularly known as Mr. Macaroni, and Kemi Ikushedun, also known as Momiwa, over the General Bitters advertisement in one of his skits. ACON noted that the commercial in the online skit was not vetted nor approved before being exposed on social media platforms. In a statement signed by Dr. Lekon Fadolapo, DG ACON, the regulatory body orders the immediate removal of the advert material on all social media platforms. The Experiential Marketers Association of Nigeria, EXMAN, marked its momentous 10th year anniversary by hosting a 2-day brand experience summit with the title Unlocking the X. The event, which also includes the association's annual general meeting and an awards gala, held at the Event Center, Federal Palace Hotel. In another development, the EXMAN executive, led by Tunji Adeyinka, concluded their service to the association after 2 successful terms in office. This made way for a newly elected leadership led by Tolulope Medebem, who assumes responsibility as president of the association. Medebem, who is also the CEO of Asta Integrated Marketing Limited, becomes the first female president of EXMAN, having previously served as the association's first female vice president. The atmosphere at the Mike Adenuga Center in Lagos was electric as industry professionals and thought leaders gathered to celebrate the successful conclusion of the World PR Day 2023 event. The event, which was organized by GLG Communications, a renowned PR and reputation management firm, captivated the immense talent and contributions of the Nigerian PR ecosystem as it honored 50 exceptional PR and communication professionals who have made significant contributions to the Nigerian PR industry, including Marketing Edge publisher and editor-in-chief John Ajayi, who was also recognized on the prestigious list. The PR Power list provides a platform to celebrate these unsung heroes who contribute to transformative change in business and society.
But that was brand news. Next is branding focus after this break.
The words are hard to find, but they're still heavy on my mind tonight. The pain is deep inside, but I still want to hide tonight.
Is this what you really want to do?
Yes, Dad. That's what I've been trying to show you.
Fight for your dreams the advanced way with Glow LTE Advanced. The power of 3 data networks in one. Get a Glow SIM or dial *301#.
Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the brand idea.
Alan Watts once said, "We seldom realize, for example, that our most private thoughts and emotions are not actually our own, for we think in terms of languages and images which we did not invent, but which were given to us by our society. The practice and principles of PR swing on the hinges of a sustained striving goodwill, sound mutual understanding, and relationships built on trust with one's consciously defined community, publics, as may be determined by the organization's core business and other forms of economic and social investment interests. As a matter of responsibility, it is important to engage in the practice with a sustained investment in the engagement of well-articulated, time-tested, strategic communication approach designed to suit the planned programs of action. For this to genuinely manifest in a manner that endures and achieves greater impact, the way of life of the people involved, spiritual or temporary, must be given a premium consideration when incubating policies and articulating action plans that would be of benefit to the organization's selected publics. Research has proven that since the creation of humankind and true human evolution, humanity at almost every point has been immersed in cultural diversity, faces, clothes, smells, attitudes, taboos, values, traditions, behaviors, beliefs, rituals, and festivals. With critical examination and references to the theme, this diversity immensely influences and impacts on everything in the ecosystem. It would be a crude act of insincerity to assume that PR as a form of human activity is immune. To succeed, one must make efforts to align aright. Therefore, a visionary organization with sincere intent should determine, define, and plan programs of action that align with the culture and tradition of the people for the purpose of the overall interest of the organization and the stakeholders.
But our branding focus next is industry conversation, where we have interactions with distinguished personalities who have made tremendous impact in the strategic positioning and promotion of brands. Well, this week we have with us the president of the Experiential Marketers Association of Nigeria, who is also the lead consultant of Astal Integrated Marketing Limited, Ms. Tolulokpe Medebem. After this break.
Where's Glory?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Glow! Where Glow now?
I dare you.
Glow, don't go village. Tell all our customer.
Everybody pay attention. See, now Glow dedicated 10x. Now they dash me 10 times the credits when I load. Can't even summer me double data join.
Yeah. Wait, so with 1.5 when they give all of us, so you they enjoy up to 15,000 naira credit and data.
And I say I never finish you. See, now say if we enjoy if we not join Glow dedicated 10x. When I go get 1,000 naira welcome credit. You just carry your phone, dial *777 #. Finish.
Correct.
Glow, you don't win. You don't do.
Oh, now see they here. Hello, please, I'm looking for Glow.
Be safe now. Glow be they fine. Now Glow be they go.
Okay, so
enjoy 10 times the value of your recharge on Glow Berekete 10X. You also get 1,000 naira for calls and data and double data bonus on your subscription.
Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the bright idea.
Hello and welcome to Industry Conversation, a segment on Marketing Edge on TV where we have interactions with distinguished personalities who have made great impact in the strategic positioning and promotion of brands. Well, today we have with us a very distinguished personality, the president of the Experiential Marketers Association of Nigeria, Exman, and the lead consultant, chief executive officer of Astal Integrated Marketing Limited, Mr. Tolulokpe Medebem. So pleased to have you with us on Industry Conversation.
Thank you very much, John. How are you?
Fine. Well, the last time we had a conversation was about a year ago. And I understand that a lot of things have, happened in the business of experiential marketing. I would like you to give us an assessment of the Nigerian integrated marketing communications industry in recent times.
Well, like you said, yes, a lot of things have changed. I'm not exactly sure how to quantify it or in which direction exactly it is that we want to say we want to go. But I would say it's kind of like change for the better. I mean, I was trying to get something from someone today, and I remember, clearly him saying, clients are now coming back and things are kind of like opening up. Those were his exact words today. And that was an agency colleague. So I think that pretty much kind of like defines what it is. And regardless of whatever it is that is going on in our ecosystem, the bottom line is, last, we are a social people and we must congregate. People need to see our products, people need to see our brands. So regardless of whatever it is, the budgets would have to shift, creativity would have to shift, engagement processes would have to shift. So yes, things have opened up. I want to say they're opening up for the better because we're also all kind of like upping our games as well. So it's not like you're in a runt, you're seated in one corner and you're expecting things to get better. No, everyone is upping their games, and I believe that way, yeah, things are opening up better.
Well, your response has clearly, heightened confidence as to how the business environment is, faring. But looking at the impact so far in terms of technology, what would you say experiential marketing is at the moment?
So it's yeah, the impact is positive. Everything is opening up positive again, like I said. And one of the things I've realized, and I think that will take us to the question, is with the opening up of stuff, experiential marketing comes in place in terms of innovation and creativity. So with experiential marketing and your brands, it gives you a room to be open to actually engage better. So how better am I engaging, and then how better am I telling the stories of my brand? So it's how engaging and how creative we are, and that's how much, how do I put that now, in terms of our stories and our engagement, because people are people. If you're telling them a story that actually engages them, that connects with them, you actually sell to them better. So it's dependent, the growth or the development of our experiential processes actually is dependent on how creative that we are in terms of getting into the emotions of our people, actually.
I would like you to tell us your assessment of advertisers' commitment to brand activations pre-election, pre the general election, and your expectations after.
What commitments were made?
Like how was the budget like in terms of marketing? How was it like before the election, and what would be your expectations?
Well, the elections are over, and I mean, politics was not essentially a major part of most people's marketing budgets, so to say, in terms of that. I think what had happened was a lot of people went on a lowdown to say pre and during, so that we are not lost, because obviously politics was a lot of noise and all of that. And like I said to you earlier at the beginning of this conversation, I mean, one of my colleagues said to me that, oh, I need exact timings for something particular that I was discussing with him, because, the clients are back now and things appear to be on the upside and all that. So yeah, I think that that's gone. All the noise of that is gone. The litigations are ongoing, but they're not as noisy as politicking. So yeah, I think we are pretty much back in business and the noise is back on. And yeah, brands are all on the high and doing what they need to do.
Okay, so I'm curious to find out what the state of the client and agency relationship is, given the new economic situation that has also greatly impacted on the marketing budget. Clients trying to, maximize the limited budget available.
Remember, we talked about value? We talked about value. Yes. And what I'm realizing in agency and client relationship at the end of the day is value and partnership. Value and partnership. So relationships, honestly, for most people right now is based essentially on partnership. This is my partner. I can rely on this to do this regardless of what it is. And once you're in that partnership, it's kind of like a marriage. And it's, again, back to that balancing act, because it's a support me, I support you. But the support me, I support you would not be done if you're not adding value. So that partnership is also born out of the level of value that you have actually given or you are giving to a particular brand. So I think that kind of like is working well for most people, except when the client feels that I'm not exactly getting value from these people. I'm not exactly sure I need these people, and I'm not exactly sure that I should be working with these people. And then, I mean, you won't be forcing partnership when you're of no value to the client. So it's, For me, it's about partnership and how much value you actually are giving onto one another.
So when you talk about partnership, something came up, in my head, and I would like to ask you, where's the place of trust? Because some practitioners would worry that clients do not divulge enough information about their brands, maybe for fears of compromises. So where is the place of trust in, helping the relationship between clients and agencies to actually yield the desired results?
Still goes back. If your partner trusts you, he will divulge the information, and he trusts you because he feels that you are of value to him or her. I think I'm not exactly sure how much of information the client would not want to divulge if it's not affecting his brand. If it affects your brand, would you not give the information? Okay. I don't know if that makes any sense. I do know that we have instances of that, but I'm not sure how much. I don't know. I'm not sure how much of an issue that is, really, because I'm sure the client wants the best for his or her brand, and the best for his or her brand is only coming when you have all the information that you get, and that comes again from the place of partnership. If you're partners with a particular brand, they won't be hiding stuff from you. I mean, we go into strategy sessions with some of our clients right from day one. So this is the way we want to go for this year. We do that with some of our brands, and this is everything. And then everything in between is kind of like update meetings, particular project meetings, and all of that. So those are there. And then you actually have brands that maybe when you do tactical stuff for them, yes, you might not be getting all the information. You'll probably be getting information that is need to know or need to have basis. So that happens. But that probably is because whatever it is that you're doing for them is kind of like tactical. It's in the moment, it's for the now. So there's some information you honestly really do not need, my thoughts. But on a general, I believe that in terms of partnership, of course, they would probably need to divulge whatever information that you need to, I mean, it's for the good of the brand. Exactly.
Okay, let's talk about regulations. ARCON recently introduced some sector reforms, and advertising law was also, introduced. I would like you to tell us what the impact has been so far for the experiential business in Nigeria.
Again, I mean, somehow, most of these things we probably have talked about it in the course of this interview. At the end of the day, for me, the reforms are kind of like a win-win. The idea behind the reforms have been, if we have operated without laws and without set regulations for a long time, I believe that it actually makes sense that laws come in. They are not orders, they are laws, they're reforms. And reforms are for what? Reformation. They're to make corrections, they're to make changes. When the changes are not what we expect, we sit down, we dialogue, we make corrections, we put back updates and all of that. So for me, I believe it's a work in progress. I believe at the end of the day, it's a win-win for everyone. I believe that reforms don't happen in one day. They don't happen in 1 year. It's a work in progress, and it's something we're all going to have to walk the talk. So the reforms are happening. How many of us are walking the talks of the reforms? So whilst we're walking, we're talking, we're also walking the talk, and we're also trying to ensure that we all come together and make sure that these reforms actually take effect in all our doings, in all our activities. And with regards to experiential marketing, for one of the things that it has done for us is it has put us we started as a self-regulating body. We have become a government-regulated body, being under our ARCON. And I mean, it's a good development for us and for our industry, because if you're not an X-Man registered company, it's going to get to a point where there are going to be clampdowns on you. Like I said, reforms are not in a day, they're not in a year, they're not in a second. They are things that are ongoing and will happen. So it becomes, so I want to be within the experiential marketing industry, then I have to be a member of X-Man, because X-Man is governed by ARCON, and ARCON is under the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So these are the things that.
What are the things the sectoral groups could do to aid the implementation of the new Alcon law, and also in terms of benefiting, your members?
So pretty much like I just said, is us all walking the talk. So yes, the reforms are here. What are we doing to ensure that reforms are part of us? So right now, as we speak, one of the things that we're doing, apart from internal stuff, where we're trying to also remember, for me, I talk a lot about value because value is important to me. If honestly, if you're of no value to me, you're of no use to me. And that's me personally. So imagine dealing with a client or dealing with an association. So one of the things that has been done within the association is we actually have what we call the values committee. And for them, it is looking for those things that make you feel proud to be a member. And those things include rebate cost on membership, rebate cost on memberships of different things, rebate costing with venues. We're pretty much the users of most venues within the country. And not only Lagos, like I said, the country. So we get rebate cost on those. We get a number of things which they are working on. We have relationships with 2 or 3 banks where you get your invoices, your payments financed. So that helps you in terms of your events and activities. So these and quite a lot more are benefits of being members of Xman. There's also the insurance which is coming through the entire Alcon. These are part of the benefits that Alcon is also working. So those are benefits that you get being a member of a sectoral body, and you can't discount these things. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. You can't discount these things, and we all must together walk the talk. We all must together. When banks, I remember there were quite 1 billion banks in Nigeria, and at some point there was a reform, and the banks were cut down to 25, I think. It's growing again, but remember, banks took up banks, those kind of things. It was part of the reform. And at the end of the day, the reform was to pay everyone. It was for everyone, and this is it as well. This is the marketing communication ecosystem. We're all beneficial to ourselves, and we all need to do it together. It's not only going to be the reforms that are there, so they just talk. No, we all have to actually come together to make sure that the reforms work.
Okay, so the association, marked its 10th anniversary. So what would you say are some of the milestones, that you can share?
One of the biggest ones is the integration into Alcon, into the marketing communications. Yes, we've always been part of it, but now we have a seat at the table of the, what's it called now? Sectoral heads. So we have a seat at the table. We're integrated fully into that. So that's been a major, I know that right from conception is one of the things that had been chased, and then we did not have a council. We had a council, it was disbanded and all of that. So all that is sorted. So for me, that's a major milestone. The second is the knowledge and the fact that we actually have clients who say to their suppliers or their vendors that if you're not a member of Xman, unfortunately, you can't work with us. We've actually had people write to us and ask those kind of questions. So that's a big one for us as well. And the fact that it's a growing body, and it's a growing body garnering some level of respect within the marketing communications industry. And there are quite a lot of other things that have been, like I said, it's been 10 years. A lot of the things that we're seeing today did not start today. It's work that had started. And there are a lot of things that Tunji Adeyinka has implemented, has put in place, and it's growing. And I'm sure sometime down the line, again, somebody's going to be talking about it and saying this was started at some point, and this is where we are today. Part of what we used also in celebrating this 10th anniversary is also the image bank. So we launched a bank, so to say, and it's an image bank. And the idea behind the image bank is for people to actually drop in pictures of yesteryears through the years. Experiential marketing in Nigeria is not 10 years old. Experiential marketing in Nigeria is old. But maybe then there was no particular name for it. The days of the Jeans Carnival, the days of the Lekki Sun Splash, those days and all of that. If people had pictures from those times, anything at all, they could be dropped there so that we're also able to showcase the heritage of who we are, how we have progressed from then when we were just a carnival, when we were just fun fair, when we were just whatever we wanted to call it now, up until now, where there's a definition, where there's an understanding of who we are, what we're doing, and where hopefully we're headed to.
Let's talk about your company. Where is it at the moment? The last time we talked, we knew that there were some beautiful, innovative, initiatives that you had. So what is the latest so far?
Yeah, there are a lot of things that we're working on. Should I say watch this space?
Okay, maybe next year I'll ask you.
Next year we're going to be 5, so let's watch this space
good.
And let's see how that goes.
That's good.
Yeah, we look forward to this. We look forward to having this interview in a very big way.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll be celebrating our 5th anniversary, and then we'll be hopefully putting out quite a lot of the activities that we're planning.
We look forward to it
as well.
So that's it on Industry Conversation. Do well to join us same time next week for another interactive time. I'm Ogale Abikele. See you soon.